BEDMAS of integers. Always look at our brackets first. It's just one value in the bracket. So I can't simplify in the bracket. There's no exponents, there's no division, but there's a bunch of addition and subtraction. And the problem here is that we have operations beside each other with no number in between. Okay, so that's a little bit confusing. So we want to simplify all the operations. So the operation rules, a positive times a positive equals a positive, a negative times a negative equals a positive, and a negative times a positive or vice versa equals a negative. They also help us simplify operations. So let's highlight. I got a positive and a negative. So according to my rules, there we go. If I have a positive and a negative, what can I turn those two integers in to simplify, just using one?
Negative.
Negative. So now it's 45 minus 100. Okay. Same idea on the next one. I have a negative and a negative. What can I simplify that to become?
Positive.
Positive. So plus 10. And I have a negative and a negative again. What does that become?
Positive.
Yeah. Positive 40. So now what I have is a much cleaner looking question. Then now I can just work at it one at a time. So 45 subtract 100 is actually negative 55. Okay. Is that right? Yeah, that should be right. Plus 10 plus 40. Okay. Negative 55 plus 10 would give us negative 45 plus 40. And then negative 45 plus 40 would give us negative 5. Are you guys allowed to use calculators as you go through this? No? Do you want me to talk about how I got each of those then?
I was kind of visualizing like a timeline.
Yeah, like a number line is a good way to think about it. Think of it, yeah, always starting at a value. So, for instance, we started at positive 45, and then I had to go in the negative direction 100. Okay, so there's quite a bit to go there. What I did is I actually did some rounding when I went through this. I thought of 50, and if I do 50 minus 100, well, I would be at negative 50. But there's 5 more steps from 45 to 50, so I went 5 more and got negative 55. I know that's kind of a hard idea what I did in my head there. Maybe it would make more sense again if I do it here. Negative 55 plus 10. I start at negative 55, and I go in a positive direction, 10 units. So that brings me back to 45. Yeah, and then here, 45 plus 40, but this one's a negative. Think of it like the 40s disappear, and we're left with just the value of 5. And since the negative is larger, we're left with the negative 5. Okay, this is probably the hardest step to have done in your head here, from 45 minus 100. Okay.